Well, today is a day, Super Tuesday, of course, and with it being Idaho's first ever Republican caucus, there's bound to be a bit of caucus confusion, and hopefully we're here to clear that up a little bit before that actually happens. Jonathan Parker is here with us. He's the executive director for the Idaho Republican Party. So first things first, thank you for being with us this morning. First, talk about, I guess, the preps for this big day. Are we ready? We were talking about the preps during the break. It seems like we're ready. So what do you think?
Yes, we believe we're ready. This is a very big day for the Republican Party of Idaho, but also for the state of Idaho as well, as this is the first ever Republican presidential caucus. We've made the preparations, we've put in the time. It's been a very long few last months just getting ready, but we feel we're ready and we expect very large crowds tonight. Exactly how many, we're not sure, but it should be an exciting time. And
in layman's terms, I guess, what does the process look like?
So you'll need to show up. It's not a typical primary election or general election where you show up, you cast your vote. This is an actual party activity. Plan to make a night of it. It could take a few hours depending on the county where you're going to vote. But everybody that is interested in participating can show up. If you're not already registered or affiliated as a Republican, you can show up on the caucus site and do so. Once you check in and do all that, fill out that paperwork, you'll be given a ballot or a token, and then you'll be asked to vote for the candidate of your choice. Idaho's system is very unique in that we have multiple rounds of balloting because we continue until one candidate receives a simple majority. So you do need to come prepared with a second and third and possibly third choice if your first and second choice gets knocked off.
Okay, so that third choice, can you bow out if you don't want to vote? I mean, say you have two people and you really don't like the other two candidates, or do you have to vote for a third if it comes to that?
Yeah, you don't have to vote for a third if you choose not to, but it is strongly encouraged because we want to make sure that the strongest candidate emerges from our process.
And in terms of, you said we already have to be there for a long time. If you're going to plan to be out there, plan to make a night of it. How long before we get the results are you hoping?
You know, it'll be a county by county results, and they'll be called into state party headquarters where I'll all be in downtown Boise. As those 44 results come in, we'll be tabulating them, we'll be inputting them into our website as well as sharing with a Google document with the national AP. But we're hoping to have the final results in by midnight, but I hope that's not wishful thinking.
All right, well, we'll keep our fingers crossed for that. But everyone's talking about Ohio. All eyes are on Ohio. But how big is this for Idaho?
You know, Ohio does have the most delegates. But one thing that's very special about Idaho and why I believe we've seen so many candidates visit our state over the last few weeks, which really is a first for our state and something that's very exciting. Idaho has the possibility of having a winner-take-all, where if one candidate receives over 50% of the county delegates, that candidate could win all of Idaho's 32 delegates, which really is a big deal in the case of being a front runner. It could potentially secure the nomination, or if you're a candidate who's closely behind, you could quickly be up there in the front runner status. So Idaho, we believe, will be a key in selecting our presidential nominee.
All right, Jonathan, any last words for people out there who are on the fence about going out?
You know, just one thing, if you want to have a say in who the next president of the United States will be, because we believe we'll be successful in unseating Barack Obama in November, if you want to have that say in Idaho, it's important that you show up to the caucuses tonight, as a presidential preference will not be on the primary election. This is your chance to have your say in who our presidential nominee will be.
All right, Jonathan, thanks so much for joining us. Again, we have a full screen for you. If you do want to participate, you must be a registered Republican. You can register at your location. The times are there. For right now, it is 6:54. We'll be right back after the break.